The scary part is some people judge you in silence while pretending to smile at you. Humans judge each other constantly, even in silence, even without words. Sometimes a person can smile at you externally while internally criticizing everything about you, your appearance, your confidence, your success, your personality. Psychology explains that humans form impressions within seconds of seeing someone, long before a real conversation even begins. The brain is already analyzing. Most people never say these judgments out loud, but behavior always reveals hidden emotions eventually. One of the biggest signs someone is secretly judging you is subtle emotional distance. Their body may be physically present, but emotionally disconnected. Their responses feel cold, forced, minimal. They may nod politely, but their energy feels uncomfortable around you. Humans communicate emotionally far more through body language than words. A fake smile can hide criticism temporarily, but the eyes often reveal the truth. Psychology shows that genuine emotional warmth naturally reaches the eyes. Forced politeness usually does not. Another sign someone is judging you silently is excessive observation. Some people analyze others constantly while pretending not to. They quietly study your clothes, your behavior, your confidence level, even small mistakes. Not always because they hate you, sometimes because humans naturally compare themselves to others emotionally. Comparison is deeply connected to insecurity. People secretly judge what makes them feel uncertain inside themselves. Another powerful psychological sign is microexpressions. Tiny facial reactions lasting less than a second. A slight smirk, raised eyebrows, tight lips, brief eye rolls, small emotional reactions humans struggle to fully control. The brain often reveals hidden emotions before the conscious mind can hide them. This is why some people appear supportive verbally, but their facial expressions quietly communicate discomfort or judgment instead. Another sign is interruption behavior. People who secretly judge others often listen less carefully. They interrupt more quickly, dismiss opinions faster, or behave as if their perspective matters more. Psychology explains that humans naturally give more respect and attention to people they emotionally value highly. When hidden judgment exists, patience decreases, respect weakens subtly. Another strange sign of silent judgment is fake agreement. Some people pretend to agree externally while internally criticizing you completely. They smile, nod, act polite, but later, their behavior changes around others because humans often avoid direct conflict while still holding internal negative opinions. Another major sign someone is secretly judging you is energy shifts when you speak. Notice how certain people react when you discuss success, confidence, or personal goals. Some become strangely quieter, others respond with passive negativity. Some suddenly change the subject completely. Psychology says insecurity often creates hidden judgment. When people feel threatened emotionally, they unconsciously criticize others internally to protect their own ego. Jealousy and judgment are deeply connected psychologically. Another hidden sign is backhanded compliments. Comments disguised as kindness, but emotionally negative underneath. You actually look good today. Wow, you're smarter than I expected. I didn't think you could do that. These statements quietly reveal hidden judgment. Humans sometimes use subtle criticism to increase their own emotional superiority. Another important psychological behavior is social scanning. Some people constantly monitor how others react to you socially, especially insecure individuals. They observe whether people respect you, admire you, or listen to you carefully. Because humans naturally care about social hierarchy more than most people realize. Social acceptance affects emotional security deeply. Another sign someone judges you silently is lack of emotional curiosity. People who genuinely respect others usually ask thoughtful questions naturally. They show interest emotionally. But judgment creates emotional disconnection. Conversations become shallow, mechanical, emotionally distant. Another dark truth about human psychology is that people often judge qualities they secretly desire themselves: confidence, intelligence, discipline, attention, success. Sometimes criticism is actually hidden insecurity disguised as superiority. Humans protect their ego by minimizing qualities they fear they lack themselves. Someone acts around you privately versus around other people. Some individuals behave respectfully alone, but subtly mock or dismiss you socially in groups. This happens because humans fear social rejection strongly. Many people change behavior to match group energy instead of personal honesty. Psychology calls this social conformity. Humans naturally adapt behavior to maintain acceptance inside groups. Another hidden psychological sign is delayed support. Some people only support you once others already approve of you first. Before success, they criticize quietly. They criticize quietly. After success, they suddenly become supportive. Because humans often trust social proof more than personal judgment. Another painful truth is that emotionally unhappy people judge others more harshly. Internal frustration often projects outward. People dissatisfied with themselves become more critical of others unconsciously. Psychology explains projection as transferring internal emotions onto external targets. Sometimes people judge others simply because they are emotionally struggling internally themselves. Another important sign is fake listening. Some people hear words without emotionally processing anything you say. Their attention constantly drifts. They wait only for their turn to speak again. Judgment reduces empathy because emotionally, they already decided how they view you before truly understanding you. Another psychological reality is that humans fear being judged themselves constantly. This creates a cycle where insecure people judge others while simultaneously fearing judgment from everyone around them, too. Modern society intensified this behavior dramatically. Social media created endless comparison between humans: appearance, lifestyle, money, popularity, success. Humans now analyze each other constantly online and offline. This endless comparison increases insecurity, and insecurity increases judgment. Another sign someone secretly judges you is emotional invalidation. They minimize your experiences, your struggles, your emotions, your goals. Everything feels subtly dismissed instead of understood because judgment reduces emotional empathy naturally. Another hidden behavior is selective respect. Some people only respect humans they emotionally benefit from: status, power, popularity, influence. But true character appears in how someone treats people they do not need emotionally or socially. Psychology reveals that humans expose their real personality most clearly through small behaviors, not public appearances. Another painful reality is that sometimes the people judging you most secretly are the people watching you most carefully, too. Humans become emotionally focused on people who trigger insecurity inside them. This is why criticism and attention sometimes exist together strangely. Another sign is emotional discomfort around authenticity. Truly authentic people often make insecure individuals uncomfortable unconsciously, because authenticity exposes how much pretending exists socially. Some people secretly judge honesty because they fear being emotionally exposed themselves. Another dark psychological truth is that humans rarely judge others objectively. Most judgment comes from personal emotion, insecurity, ego, jealousy, fear, or past experiences. This means many opinions people form about you actually reveal more about them than about you. Psychology teaches something important, though. Humans cannot fully control how others perceive them. Trying to gain universal approval emotionally exhausts the mind. No matter how kind, intelligent, attractive, or successful someone becomes, judgment will always exist somewhere because humans see the world through their own emotional filters constantly. The healthiest psychological response is not obsession with being liked by everyone. It is emotional self awareness, confidence, boundaries, and understanding that hidden judgment often reflects hidden insecurity more than truth. Sometimes, the people criticizing you silently are simply struggling silently with themselves too. And maybe true emotional maturity begins when humans stop fearing judgment completely and start understanding the psychology behind it instead. Subscribe to Silent Theory for more deep psychology and human behavior videos.